Before I say anything, I don't think my high school life or career is something people should idolize or think highly of. I think people should learn from it instead. Today, I want to talk about how I squandered my time and potential through procrastination and being lazy, or how I used having fun as an excuse to fail. I'll tell you how all of those mistakes made me who I am and how I turned my flaws into success. High school is weird because everybody acts like they already know who they are. Meanwhile, I changed personalities like every 3 months. 1 month I wanted perfect grades. Next month I wanted to disappear into music and not talk to anybody. I think that's what this place really teaches you though. Not math, not science. It teaches you how people see you, and after a while you gotta decide if you care or not. For me, music, art, and fashion became the only place where I didn't feel fake. A lot of people think making songs or designing clothes is performative for attention, for aesthetics, or whatever. But honestly, some nights recording music was the only thing keeping me normal. I spoke about what I couldn't through music in hopes of being heard, so I didn't make mistakes saying those in real life. There were times where everything felt so repetitive, waking up, getting into uniform, assignments, pressure, sleep, repeat. Music made life feel cinematic again. Fashion made life feel cinematic again. I used to be embarrassed about being too emotional, too obsessive about art. But now I realize that's probably the best thing about me. I'd rather care too much than not care at all. And yes, I made mistakes here, a lot of mistakes, some dumb, some destructive, some probably funny in retrospect. But I think being young is supposed to be messy like that. I think the biggest thing I learned is that nobody's coming to magically turn you into the person you want to become. You kind of build yourself slowly through obsession, every failure, every phase people laugh at. But if there's one thing I genuinely want people to take away from me, is this: find something that's yours. Seriously, a hobby, a passion, a form of expression, anything. School can become overwhelmingly really fast. Expectation from parents, grades, social pressure, trying to figure out your future while you're still being a teenager. It can make you feel trapped in your own head. And I think everybody needs an escape that's healthy and personal to them. For me, it was music and fashion. For somebody else, it could be art, sports, film, photography, debate, writing, coding, dance, school clubs. Literally anything that lets you express yourself honestly. Expression is important because a lot of people spend their entire lives trying to become acceptable instead of becoming real. I used to think I had to act a certain way to succeed, dress different, speak different, hide parts of myself to seem more normal or more professional. But the biggest opportunities in my life happened when I stopped trying to become somebody else. Getting into a top fashion school like UAL or Instituto Marangoni didn't happen because I perfectly copied somebody successful. It's because I lean fully into my own perspective, my own ideas, my own flaws, my own taste, and my own story. People can tell when you're forcing an identity that is not yours, but then they can also tell when something is genuine. So if I could leave somebody with one message, it's this: don't waste your teenage years trying to become a watered down version of somebody. Learn things, create things, be obsessive about something, care deeply about something, let yourself be passionate, even if it looks weird at first, because eventually the things that made you feel different become the things that made you valuable. Mandalay can feel small sometimes, school can feel small sometimes, but your mind doesn't have to stay small. I don't really know who exactly I'll become after this. Maybe that's the exciting part. But I do know one thing: I never wanted to leave high school as somebody forgettable. And honestly, being yourself is a risk, but becoming nobody because you were scared to express yourself is an even bigger one. Thank you.